So welcome everybody. Today is Saturday, the 30th of April, 2022. We are part of the third day of the virtual roundtable conference, and it's my delight, Vicky, to welcome somebody, a first-time speaker at the VRT. And Vicky Margari, is based in north of Italy. She is a freelance business English teacher with a passion for blended learning, edtech, and instructional design. She's based in Italy, but teaches online. She volunteers for IATEFL BESIG and has recently joined the EVO initiative as an assistant coordinator. And we're looking forward to hearing about Google Jamboard. Over to you.
Thank you, Heike, for this wonderful presentation. Yes, I know, Hannah. I think I've seen you there so many times. Right, so I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if you can see everything, or basically let me know if you can't see anything.
Beautifully.
Okay, great. Well, this is what I'm going to talk about today. Very, very briefly, I'm going to talk about my favorite classroom tool online, asynchronously, synchronously. I always use Google Jamboard. It is an amazing free tool. I'm sure lots of you know about it. And it's part of the Google Workspace set of tools. So it comes free with your Google account, so you can access it very easily from your Google Drive. It's very popular with educators. If you haven't explored this tool already, I really encourage you to do so. Today, I won't be demonstrating all the features, all the lovely features that this tool offers, but I'll focus only on three of its a bit lesser known ones, let's say, and please do let me know if you have heard of them or have used them and in what ways. I will share also with everyone that is here today the link to this Google Drive where you can find all these templates. And on the same Google Drive folder, you will find a Google Doc with instructions on how to make a copy of the templates so that you can edit them and use them in your own classrooms. And also with more links to more awesome jams, which is what we call the materials created with Google Jamboard. We call them jams. So basically make sure to open first this document that will be inside the Google Doc. Sorry, the Google Drive folder. And Heike, please feel free to share it any way you want for the people that will watch the recording later. All right, so let's start with the first feature. So if you have already used Google Jamboard, you will know that you have the option to upload your own image as the frame's background. I hope that you can see now an example of what you can do. So here, for example, I'm using an image I created with Canva, which is another free tool to design your own graphic images. And there is a course on that on the edtech tools platform. I highly recommend it. So I created this image because I wanted to use the Shack feedback model that is by Fethi Khalid and Elaine Marshall. To support my students when they come back from break rooms and they do the presentations in whole class, so the groups or the pairs present in whole class. And I don't want, I want all of them engaged and listening, you see? This is how the model works. And anyway, I'm not going to go in detail of how this model works, but you can also find the paper written by these wonderful educators on it. What I want to show you is that I uploaded this image as a background. So that means nobody can move it. I'm trying to drag it and move it. You cannot move it. From here, set background. So you have the standard one, the whiteboard. and you can upload your own image here. This is a feature that everybody knows, let's say, more or less. You can also upload a PowerPoint slide. You just have to save your PowerPoint presentation as an image file, and you can upload that. It's very, very useful, this feature. But let's go to the one that maybe you don't know. So we talked about my students giving feedback, right? How about using fun symbols like that to give feedback? And then, of course, add their own comments, etc., to expand the symbols. But why not start with something fun and engaging like this? So I have uploaded all these are images, okay? So you can see I use this tool to add the image. And then I tell my students to copy from this frame and paste it to the other frame. So did you know that you can do that? There is no option here. But what you can do, which is very easy, is Control-C or Command-C if you're on a Mac. Go back to the other frame, Control-V or Command-V if you're on a Mac. And here you are. And then they can drag. So comment, oh my God, I was bored or whatever, right? So this is a feature that I don't know if everybody knows that you can Control-C, Control-V to copy the images. Great. Let's move on to the second feature. So as I said, you can upload your own image as a background, but Google Jamboard has taken this a bit further. You can also upload a GIF or GIF. Some people call it GIF. I call it a GIF, which is an animated image. Let me show you an example. That's fun, right? That's very visual. It creates memorable learning. So this is again created by Miss Katie Fielding, another educator that loves Jamboard, on Canva. So she created an animated image, a GIF. She downloaded that from Canva. She uploaded it using always the same feature here to upload your own image. So as soon as it's going to freeze on me now, I know it. Anyway, this is the feature. I don't want to make everything freeze now because I have too many Jamboards open, right? And you have this kind of moving picture on the background. So I think this is also fun and engaging. But look at this. It's not only about fun. Right, so this is something I created. So this was, let's say, the famous activity, 4 corners. You may have done this in the physical classroom where you ask students, you give them a statement or you ask them a question and then they move around the classroom according to if they agree or if they not. Well, you can do that online. And I have the instructions here, but you know, people don't like to read instructions. So how about giving them visual instructions instead? So what I did, I screen recorded myself doing the task using Screencast-O-Matic or any other tool. You can do it with any other tool. And then saved the file as a GIF, as an animated picture. It has to be short. This is the only thing you have to remember. It has to be short. Then you save it as a GIF and you upload it on the background as a GIF and you have your mini instructions there. So then you send them to the break room, so the breakout rooms, and they have their instructions. They know what to do. You don't have to repeat yourself or use too many words. So this is a handy thing as well. I don't know if you knew of that, if you ever had this idea, but I think it's a wonderful idea. Right, and now I believe one of the least new to you, okay, I hope you find some use of it in the class. Great, now let's move to the least known features. So we are, let's move here actually. Now, whatever you do, when you use all these tools in Google Jamboard, when you add the sticky note, when you add the text box, let's just add the text box for now. These things you can order. So you have this option here to send backward, to bring to front. So maybe you have one sticker over the other, you can order them on the page, right? On the screen. One tool that is always on top is this one. So actually, let me move this here. All right, so you understand what I'm talking about. So the pen tool and the marker tool, and also the highlighter, is always on top of everything. Whatever you put there, sticky note, text, image, it's always on top. Why am I showing you this? Look at this. This means that you can hide information. Hide information, right? So maybe you have an exercise, you have the answers on the side. How do you reveal it? You ask your students to take the eraser tool and reveal the information.
Reveal it the other way around. It's brilliant. With the eraser. That's awesome.
Yes, if you hide it somewhere, if you just hide it somewhere, I don't know, for some reason, I'm sure you are thinking of your own activities or ways to play with this tool. But if you hide the information somewhere and ask them to find it, I mean, it kind of makes it fun like that. Now, look at some ideas again by other educators. By the way, all these templates that I'm showing you are freely shared by all of these people. Okay, so you can. I have the list of the links to their websites on this Google Doc, so you can access them. So look at that, scratch and guess, right? So students take the eraser tool and they start scratching, you know, and it's a hint. It's a hint to find the word.
I think that's brilliant. That makes me really, that's so fun.
Isn't it?
Honestly.
Now wait for it. Wait for it, because if you have young learners, this is another template by Eric Kurtz, who is amazing, by the way. Look at that. So let's say you have young learners and you have you start a lesson and you tell them, okay, let's do a check-in activity. Tell me one word that you remember from the last lesson, right? So take the eraser tool and write this word. Okay, they say. Can you see what I'm doing here?
That's so cool. How could you ever write like this in a rainbow color? This is brilliant.
I'm not writing in the rainbow color, you see. This is the magic of it. The rainbow is the background. I'm just erasing to write.
That is so hilarious.
I think that most people don't know of this kind of, you know, that you can hide things. So basically, Eric Kurtz very patiently hid the background by painting everything white on top of it. So yeah, so that's it. Basically, I'm going to stop sharing. I hope I didn't go much over 10 minutes. I'm gonna share the link to the thank you, to the Jamboard. Sorry, to the Google Drive folder. Thank you, fantabulous. Thank you.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, I did promise fun in my, let's say, in my short abstract, didn't I? So I thought I should live up to this promise. But the thing is, just to clarify something, sure, it's lots of fun. But we are educators and we want people to learn as well. But the point behind something being fun and engaging is, to me at least, I believe, creating memorable learning, something that will definitely stick to the minds of the learners because they just had fun learning it, you know? So that's it from me. Thank you for listening.
That was so well done. Thank you ever so much. Thank you, Vicky, for joining us from the north of Italy for a really great, fun Jamboard session. Thank you.
Thank you so much.